Use transformations to graph the function g of x is equal to the square root of x minus 4 plus 2. First, let's identify the parent function that's being transformed. And the square root of x is the function that can be shifted to come up with the graph of g. There are two transformations. One of them is considered to be inside because it's in the same position as the x variable. It's receiving the same action as the x, and anything that happens on the inside is going to correspond to a horizontal transformation. There's also a plus 2 on the outside, and anything on the outside is going to correspond to a vertical transformation. The inside horizontal transformations are backwards from logic, so since it's a minus 4, we're actually going to take the graph to the right 4 units. The outside transformations are logical, and it affects the graph vertically, so this plus 2 is going to take the graph up 2 units. So we'll be shifting right 4 and shifting up 2. And if the only transformations are shifts, then the order doesn't matter. So we start with the parent function, graphing the square root of x, and locating the points of interest. This is a function in a basic library of functions, and we should memorize the shape and points of interest on this graph. In a problem with lots of transformations, sometimes it's easier to keep track of the points of interest in a table, and so we'll practice that process even though this is not one of the more difficult problems. So we pick one of the transformations to do first, and let's go with the inside transformation. We have a minus 4 underneath the radical with the x, and again, that's going to be shifting the graph right 4 units. If we make the shift on the graph, we'll be taking each of these ordered pairs to the right 4. Moving 0, 0 to the right 4 units, it lands at 4, 0. 1, 1 moved to the right 4 is going to land at 5, 1. And 4, 2 moving to the right 4 will land at 8, 2. I'm running out of space here, so we'll do our best. And then we connect the dots with the same square root of x graph, which is half a parabola opening off to the right. Let's see what that transformation looks like when we use the table. Remember, these inside transformations are going to affect the x values of the ordered pairs, and we're going to do the opposite of what we see, right? It looks like we would be subtracting 4 from the x values, but because that's inside, we do something backwards from logic, and we're actually going to add 4 to the x coordinates of each ordered pair. So starting with the first one, we add 4 to the x coordinate, no change to the y. Add 4 to the x coordinate to get 5, 1, no change to the y. Add 4 to the x coordinate, we get 8, no change to the y. That y value stays at 2. Let's use the table to perform the last transformation. Starting from where we left off, we're going to then add 2, and since this is on the outside, it's going to affect the y values. Outside transformations are logical, so we do what we see, which is to add 2 to the y coordinates. With a vertical transformation, when we manipulate the y values, we're not going to change the x's. So point by point, no change to the x, add 2 to the y's. No change to the x, but add 2 to the y coordinates. No change to the x value, add 2 to the y value, and these are going to be the points of interest on our final answer graph. Let's see how this plays out if we were to make the transformation graphically. From the x minus 4 graph, we're going to move all of these ordered pairs up 2 units. So the ordered pair 4, 0 will be shifted up 2 to the ordered pair 4, 2. The ordered pair 5, 1 will be shifted up 2 and land at the ordered pair 5, 3. The ordered pair 8, 2 will be shifted up 2 units and land at the ordered pair 8, 4. And then we connect the dots with the square root of x graph. Again, half a parabola opening off to the right. This is our final answer, and we have our 3 points of interest clearly labeled, as is requested by the directions. Now to check our answer, we'll come over here to the calculator, select y equals, and we enter the equation, second square root symbol here. We have x minus 4 under the radical, come out from the radical, and then plus 2. Now in order to graph this, we simply hit the graph button. And initially it looks like we could be in the right place, but we definitely want to verify our points of interest to be sure. The calculate function is the one we're after. In order to access it, we have to hit the second button first. Notice we get the arrow and the cursor to indicate that second is activated. Then we'll hit the trace button, but we're actually accessing the calculate function when we do that. So here in the calculate menu, we want the first function, which is value. So essentially we're looking at second calculate value. And from here we can enter the x coordinates of our points of interest. We simply hit 4, hit enter, and then the calculator tells us what the corresponding y value is on this function when x is equal to 4. So we have 4, 2. It's also in the right spot, which tells us that our first point of interest is correct. From here, we're already in the second calculate feature, so we don't have to exit and come back. We can just hit 5 and then enter, and we're automatically going to be cycled through another round of the calculate value function. 5, 3 is an ordered pair on our graph and one of our points of interest, so that's good. Checking now the last one, simply hitting 8 and then enter tells us that 8, 4 is a point on our graph, so all of our points check out and our graph is correct.